Hey, chat, how y'all doing? What's up, bro? Welcome to the podcast. I'm sorry, it's not a podcast. Well, the first part is somewhat of a podcast. Just talking about things and this and that and the third and whatnot. I don't know, I think that this, that, and the third came by like this, that, and the third degree. Is that what the fuck you're giving me? But, yeah, no. It's a... That's awesome. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. I never had that happen before. Huh. That is very interesting. I didn't know that. Huh. Huh. That's interesting. Why I keep on saying that shit is that, how do I say? Okay. Whatever is usually the main screen on here is, well, alright, what's usually on the screen is the topmost thing, stuff like that. But I never had a video game override that. Like, it kind of just, like, let OBS go to the background because I'm trying to keep y'all in the center screen. Now, as a person who needs constant help and supervision, okay. Whatever. I will just do that shit on this side, and I do not care. I just kind of wish the position of, yeah, chat, can you help me out? Like, hey, anyone on YouTube or anything like that, y'all watch the video, like, help me out, bro. Like, comment, and subscribe, please. And follow the channel on Twitch here, and give me, like, live tech support, because, like, why is OBS, like, I love OBS. I will tell y'all that, dude. Just fiddling around with it and, like, watching it do its thing and trying to make it run as good as possible is, like, amazing to me. Amazing. I don't understand any of that. I have no background in computer science whatsoever. I do not know the science of computers or how they work. That shit baffles me. Ooh, it's good. Oh, it hasn't interrupted the bottom layer yet. Nice. Now, I'm a weird kid. Like, I used to mix Kool-Aid and soda, and, like, if you, depending on the liquid, like, Kool-Aid's always, like, seems to be thicker than, like, any other liquid. So, like, if you put Kool-Aid in something first, and if you're really careful about it, you can do, like, bartending tricks and, like, make it, like this. I don't know if you can see that, chat. But, like, you see how this bottom part is pink lemonade Kool-Aid, and then this top part is, real sugar Pepsi, the soda shop variety. It's really good. It's really good. Yeah, YouTube. If you want to get in and listen to these groovy tunes that are playing right here, okay, you need to get to the Twitch channel. I'm sorry. If I can figure out how to play music on YouTube without it doing stuff to me, or if I had sponsors, or your boy has a Ko-Fi donation page, with help of viewers like you, I can keep paying to do this. And hey, I'll take under consideration all suggestions that y'all have and stuff like that. You know, I'm a streamer who wants to learn from my fans. All right, I want to give y'all the best experience. I really do. I really do. And that's why I have like a lot of social anxiety about like coming on, you know, online and starting to stream and stuff like that. It's because like, even though there's like not many of y'all, I appreciate all the ones who do watch it and see it and like, you know, do whatever, bro. Because like, you don't have to. You don't have to. It's like tipping in fucking America, bro. You don't have to tip them. They still get paid either way. But, you know, your tipping helps show regard for how much you enjoyed something. Like, oh, I want to give more money to this thing so that it can keep on doing what it's doing, David. And that's what I want to do, bro. I just, you know, I just want to entertain y'all. I don't know why I chose to become an entertainer. But, yeah, I enjoy it. You know, now that I'm like getting this shit together, I get the good stuff, and you know, and like everything's coming together. Which, sorry if the last stream was garbage. I truly am sorry about that. If it was, it was mainly like that because. You know, yeah. I don't know. See, I'm a person who's always like statically like trying to look for the best optimization for myself instead of like keeping it the way it's supposed to be. And like, I'm always trying new things. I don't know why. I don't know because I'm like, you know, you never know. You never know. Like I used to bug one of my managers all the damn time because he knew I knew my delivery, my pickup route like to a science, bro. Like I know exactly where I'm going to be, how long it takes to get there. I even sometimes like look for alternate routes to see how long they fucking take, just in case this street's closed or some shit like that. Like I have my route down pat, but he's supposed to do this thing called a check ride with me. Like, you know, you just ride and see how the route is run, and it explains like we got these forms and these things that told us like, oh, you made a delivery at this time. It took you this long to get to the next one and deliver that one. Why? And like a dumbass AI computer is like, oh, it shouldn't have taken you that long because it's only this distance apart. I'm like, yeah, it may be that distance apart, but we live in a real fucking world where like, you know, people live. Like it'd be great, like if there was like no people on the road and like shit didn't go wrong and you hit every fucking light, or a customer doesn't talk to you for like a long period of time, or you know you gotta pee or poo or something, like, you know, yeah, it doesn't account for that shit. But like, am I doing a bad job? Well, according to this thing, you are. Like, oh, because you didn't make your goal because these 3 stops you took longer than what you were supposed to. Fuck that computer! It didn't know my day. Bruh, like that was the one day I couldn't find anyone to sign for a package, so it took longer than expected and shit like that. Or some other bullshit, or something I'm just making up. You know, there are days like that where I just make a lot of those times, chat. I had to go take a shit. That's why. And I explained it like that. Like, hey, why did it take you 26 minutes to get to a stop that's like usually 4 minutes for you? Oh, because I had to take a shit, sir. That's why. But I already got all my early ones off, so fuck you, bro. I do my job efficiently. You don't tell me enough. You just bitch and moan at me all the goddamn time. That was the thing I hated about my last manager. My first manager, he was great. He was great. Plenty praise. We joked around. I didn't cause him any static, and he didn't look for no static from me. And if there was a problem, like, well, I need you to explain to them I'm not fucking doing that. And not just because I'm just trying to be a baller, just because I don't see what the fairness is in it, right? It seems like more like anytime I would push back, I would always push back just because I'm like, Yeah, it doesn't seem fair. Like, why am I getting punished for this shit? Like, I had one manager and I asked him, like, we lost. I used to work at FedEx. Anyway, FedEx stories. That's what I'm gonna title this one. Nah, I'm just gonna tell this one. I had this manager. I used to call him Charlie Brown. His name was Chuck. And it just felt funny to me. I was like, oh, because he's a blockhead. Like, I said that shit right off the bat. I was like, oh, Chuck, he's a blockhead. And he proved me right. Because we lost, like, these U.S. Postal Service contracts. Like, chat, I don't know if you know, but back in the day, like, FedEx used to have, like, their own boxes outside of the post office. So that you can go to the post office and, or, like, you drop off your FedEx thing, then, like, oh, I got some business to do at the post office. Like, that's what it's supposed to do. I guess that's how someone sold it to them, but then, like, that's not what happened. Like, people would exclusively use FedEx, they just, like, the hundreds and hundreds of letters, and I guess, like, mail carriers or government or some bureaucrats saw that shit. It's like, yeah, we're not paying FedEx for this contract anymore. So I lost that. And the thing was, I would hit like 3 of them shits at night. And a good part of those was like, I would end up like sitting around and just like waiting for them to be ready. Because like, I ran my route so efficient. And I was on such good terms with like all my stops and customers and stuff like that. And like, plus also like, I don't know what it was, but like, we were just like losing business. Like, the UPS would just underbid us and just be taking most of like a customer shit. But like, we deal in like specialized shit like hazardous materials and getting that shit like next day, dude. That's like what is our specialty. So customers pay for that shit. But everything else was like, there's some regular ass bullshit. We'll leave it to the brown boys. Which, I know what them dudes go through. And they get paid a lot of money to go through that bullshit, I will tell you that much. It takes a special breed to be a delivery person. It's not for everybody, and it shouldn't be for everybody. But definitely FedEx people, well, at FedEx, I was a bunch of them, and none of them ever spoke up about anything. They would push back for like a quick second, and then just talk bullshit, and that'd be their way of pushing back. I'm like, bruh, why aren't you asking questions? Like, like when Wuhan 19 hit, like, oh, bruh, you best believe your boy was looking for hazard pay. They labeled us essential workers. Like delivery people and like other people in fuck shit jobs got labeled essential workers. Fuck you, man. There was a shit ton of people who could like fucking stay at home and shit like that because of their job. They had us out in the fucking public, bruh, in people's faces. Which we were already doing that shit, but then I'm like, man, y'all saying this a health crisis and I gotta do a bunch of bullshit? Like, wear a mask and I'm like, out of chat. Proud non-mask right here. I don't got Wuhan. I never got vaccinated. I don't have none of that shit in me, bro. If I find out that I have the Wuhan 19 in my system, I'm gonna be fucking mad. I better have gotten that shit naturally, and I don't know why I never got symptoms. But, I was strong fucking disagree with that whole way that thing was handled. And I don't know. I'm quietly being proven right. I can't cite facts. I can cite some facts, but I've seen enough pictures and read enough things with very big words by very important people about it. And it's like, he thinks there's a bunch of shenanigans happening. Like, I even got a coworker, Maddie's, his wife's like a fucking nurse. I'm like, bro, we essential workers too, just like her. And she's like, you ain't gonna get a shot to help my wife? I was like, I had to lay the truth on them, bro. And I don't do that shit very often, but I lay the truth on people sometimes. Because sometimes you just need to do that because they'll go around circles. I was like, bro, I barely know your wife. Like, in all honesty, I barely know your wife. So why would I risk something that's irreversible on your wife who I barely know? I feel sorry for you if something does happen for you, bro. I pray to God that it doesn't. But hey, you ain't gonna make me do something just because, your wife. Yeah, she's your wife, bro. She ain't nothing me. He got heated, and like, I was like, but you see, if he getting that heated, bro, I'm getting heated too. So I'm able to stay calm and say, nah, that ain't for me, bro. And here's my reasons why. You're not really gonna change, though, but I respect yours. If that's you, bro, that is you. But don't try to force me to do that shit, bro. That's too much of me being black and American, bro. Like, black people should not be, like, just listening to what white folks or other black folks say. Okay? Alright? If y'all read the fucking history books and the scriptures, alright, bro, a bunch of us keep on getting bamboozled by, what was in there? Fucking demons learning how to speak just like you so that they can learn that's a better way to hunt you, dude. Like, fuck you, bro. Fuck you in the high most, bro. Nope. I don't, bro. Generally, man, I gotta look at facts and figures and context. I gotta know the context behind something before I just outwardly say, yeah, follow that. Yeah, bro, I got people randomly just be like, bro, I'm not wearing this mask. You do know that, right? You can give me an alternative, or you can fucking fire me, bro. Go ahead, fire me for not wearing this gun. I even told them one time, bro. They were talking about, I was like, dude, if y'all try to make me get this shot to keep this dumbass job, bro, I will fucking win. And deal with the consequences later. Nah, because that shit's crazy, right? It's like, the second I heard, mRNA, bro. When I heard the word, when I saw the letters RNA, I was like, wait a minute. I know what the fuck RNA is. RNA is what fucking keeps DNA in check. RNA is what is responsible for mutations or evolutions in animals and species with DNA. That's like RNA is the reason why octopuses can and like squid can like camouflage themselves and all that shit, and like why they're so smart is because like they can literally like think and then change their genetic makeup on the fly, because RNA is what keeps DNA in check. Your RNA is what tells you. RNA tells your DNA what the fuck it's supposed to be. Like, oh, this RNA tells you you're supposed to be part of the ear. So, like, your ear, you drop dead skin cells and shit like that and all that stuff. And, like, it keeps all the ear cells in place. So, like, your ear is always your ear. But, like, if your RNA gets fucked up, bro, they can turn your ear can turn into, like, super extreme, never probably going to happen. Like, the probability of it happening is whatever. And I'm not fully sure on the exact signs of it, but it will turn, like, your ears to, like, gills. Well, not gills, but, like, it can turn your ears from, like this into, like, ones that are attached and shit like that. Like, it tells you who you are. Like, oh, it tells you your nails, like, hey, keep growing to this length. Don't grow to that length. Stop growing like this. It controls like how fast your nails grow and shit like that. Oh, we have a bunch of this minimal. That's exactly what we need for the nails. Pop that shit in. That's why sometimes like your shit grows faster than you expect. It's also like, you're not noticing time is going by, but like that's a whole other thing. But your body keeps perfect record of time of everything. Okay, you've trained it enough that it knows you, and it's like, oh, when it gets like, it's like Yoshihage Kira. Okay, it's like Kira from JoJo Part 4, right? I don't know. This is it's fucking the story Tales of Moria. Anyway, like the fucking killer and shit like that, when his shit will get fucking long when he gets urged, RNA controls that shit. And the DNA, they tell him like, hey, you're fucking nails, but you're gonna grow like your hair and shit like that. Or grow when he feels this. Your RNA tells your DNA to make that shit happen. So like, an RNA does like, oh, it affects your MRI. I was like, what? So my DNA will forever be coated with Wuhan. Because I know how all this shit works. That's what people forget. And it's like I got explained to one time. I asked one time, I was like, okay. Everyone gets a flu shot, right? Everyone gets a flu shot. Yeah. Why do you need a flu shot next season? Oh, because it grows and mutate. But it shouldn't mutate, right? Or at least, even though it mutated, you still have antibodies from the last flu because you got the shot. I was like, and then someone explained to me, like, it got to the explanation of, oh, well, that flu vaccine is last year's dead flu. I was like, oh, okay, so no one sees a problem with that? Like, why we got to do it every year? Like, why is it such a bitch? And it's like, why is our immune system so pathetic to the flu? Like, I know it's a virus and it changes and shit like that and it grows, but we still make natural antibodies to it. Like, most of us have them. Especially like when they super mandated that everyone get flu vaccines and shit like that, especially when you're a kid. Because for some reason, all the kids getting sick at the same time from the same disease is just a bad thing. Stop looking at her. Stop looking at her face. I'm yelling at my camera chat. I'm sorry. This started off as a completely different story. It's whatever. No, Charlie Brown wouldn't help me because I asked him, I'm like, hey, you want to come on the check ride to see where I can fill in some time? These is like large gaps where I'm just like literally doing nothing but falling asleep because I got to sit there and wait for like an hour for this drop box to open. Because all the other drop boxes on my route close up. These were just post offices. You wouldn't do it. So I'm like, okay, you're a blockhead. And like I had to take it upon myself. I was like, hey, Dad, so it's my coworker who like worked the route beside me. I was like, hey, I'll take this route off you because I used to have to take it off her sometimes anyway. I was like, I'll take this stop off you. I ain't got nothing else to do. I'll take this stop off. That way you get back to the station earlier and I'll go pick this shit up. And it worked out. Me and her just worked it out. I went in the back, talked to the dispatcher, like, hey, I'm taking this stuff and I'll put that shit on my route. Oh, man, he don't need, no. I don't know. See, like, I probably should have, when I had an actual ambition to become a manager at FedEx, I should have just done it. But then again, I probably wouldn't have been a manager for long because I'd be like, this is dumb. I wouldn't follow, like, no company policies and I'd just be like, bruh, do y'all know the amount of headache I get off hearing dumb shit about y'all all the time. And as I used to tell him, I was like, bro, if you got the fucking best stops per hour for the month, you get a goddamn championship belt from me. Just, I'm the champ of stops, bitch. The people who wouldn't care and think it would be silly, but they're like, oh yeah, nah. Jonathan, you're a fun manager, yeah. You're a fun manager. I don't know what to do. He gives out championship belts. He makes us like give them up and like give them to other people and like you don't got. Oh, so I guess that means I gotta either get another thing or retake that. I think I just gotta retake that. As anyone else who has a standard desk knows, what you tend to do is what you put. Excuse me, the surge protector brick right underneath your shits. Plug everything the fuck in. Take it from there. But I got my shit hanging down because I don't have any hooks on it. I think if I at least had hooks on it. I don't know, chat. But y'all know me. Oh, I remember what I wanted to ask y'all last time. I definitely do. I remember it now. I wanted to ask y'all if anyone can help me with my goddamn audio. I was going to tell you my setup. I have this AT2020 XLR microphone. It's a condenser cardioid microphone, I believe. And it's hooked up to this. I love this thing. It's the Gator Frameworks. Gator Frameworks Micron. It comes with a. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. It comes uh with the mic cable in there, so I don't know what kind of mic cable it is. Oh, high grade, low noise cable. I don't know who makes it, so. This is a funky little elbow I got off of Amazon. But this is like a new thing, so I don't know. It's not contributing to my problem. This is very, very new, and the same fucking thing is happening. And it's not worse, but it's not better either. So it's a non-factor to it. And I have that in cable hooked up to like another fucking funky right angle cable to a Focusrite Solo, and that's plugged in by like a USB-C cable that I got that's like long and it's USB 3. So at least it better be 3 or else that blue fucking plug is a lie. Alright? That's all I gotta say about that shit. That's plugged into my computer and like, the specs on the fucking homepage. What I got. YouTube. Comment down. Do you want to hear, I don't know if I have the specs down in my YouTube page. Damn, that is like right in my fucking eye. Like, I know it's like I'm squinting all the time. I'm like, why am I squinting all the time? That shit is alright. Okay, see that's no light at all. Okay, yeah. Okay, I can keep my eyes open, or I get. Like, I know it's like, I was like, why are my eyes I was like, it's bright as shit. That probably means I should have that higher, right? Well, I gotta see how high I can go. Okay, I can go a little higher. Yeah, Chad, I love this thing. I love everything about this. This is the best thing. But yeah. So I have to focus right and all that shit and this, that, and whatever, and whomever, and gotcha grabs and whatnot. Uh, rise, rise. Oh, you can kind of see it. Yeah, it's cute. It itches like the Dickens. I got a pimple on one of them. How's that, Chad? I don't know. See, like the chin in my monitor looks like it's darker than it actually is. But I kind of want that look. Yeah. Oh, so that means I need to bring it down some more. Nah, you know what? We're gonna try this for a while. Gonna try this for a bit. Bruh, YouTube music's got the hits now. I'm glad I started with Crazy Nuts, bro. Getting this fucking Japanese funk down, bro. Anyways, yes. What my main problem is, and I don't know how to solve it. Hell yeah. And I have all my audio routed through Voicemeeter. So, like, Voicemeeter is my main device, and, like, all the audio, everything goes through that, and then out into where I choose. So, that makes it the easiest way for me. It's like, hey, you just leave this one thing open, which I kind of wish I could resize Voicemeeter, but I guess it's set to the way it is. There's nothing I can do about it. My palms are really white. Jazz hands. Jazz hands. No, son. Uh, yeah. What was I saying? It's routed through Voicemeeter and stuff like that, so I can listen on like any kind of device and stuff like that. The only device that doesn't give me a delay, and I can't figure out for the life of me how to get the delay out of this shit. Is there some people who can just like listen to themselves talk and then listen to like whatever else is going on? I wish I could do that. But for some reason, no matter what I do, everything I get onto has a delay. I don't know if it's my brain has a delay of me talking and sounding, because I already know I sound different. Well, because of the difference of my mouth to my ears and all that stuff, and the echo of bones, and I don't know. But if I could make it so that when I speak, like I say the letter A, when I say when I start making this sound, it doesn't sound like it's going through all this bullshit to hit my ear. Like I know there's tons of people who do that for a living. I cannot for the life. I've looked at so much stuff about reducing lag and getting rid of lag, and sometimes they don't even talk about it. They send you on a wild goose chase on something else, saying like, "Oh, well, if you can't get rid of it, then, well, bro, you're just shit out of luck. Something's broken." Like, well, you're not in goddamn help. Like, I'm looking for very specific help, alright? When I talk into this, it should be like, especially when I have in-ear monitors or headphones on, it should be like I'm fucking not talking with them on. Is that impossible? If it is impossible, then I'm not going to be a dick anymore. But the internet is not answering me whether or not it's impossible or not. Evidently, because like, as a musician, like oh, sorry about that, chat. As a musician, you would tell like what the music producer, like, oh, I hear myself in my headphones. Okay, I need to go up higher because that's not the way I sound to me. Like when I hit this note, I'm not hitting the note that I'm hearing, which is awful. Or something like that. I don't know. Or they're hearing like all the things on delay and shit like that. I don't know enough about the industry to know. Ooh. See, and like, that was the weird thing about that. See, I've been doing that trick since I was a kid. And sometimes, and it's the ice's fault. I will say that. When you're drinking a concoction like that where it's split up, at some point, like, you'll take the ice and create a vortex with the ice and, like, swirl it about and something like that. And it mixes. I don't know if it's supposed to or not. I like it more when I can do it and, like, it not mix. That way I have a refreshing drink of Pepsi followed by a refreshing drink of Kool-Aid. It's just, a weird human thing. I don't know about you, Jack. It's kind of also like mixed drinks. I've solidly mentioned this. Like, I'm like Winston off of like New Girl. Make it the fruitier the better, baby. And if I don't taste any of the booze, oh, I need a chaperone. If you really want to get me drunk, if you ever meet me and want to get me really drunk and see me, because like I used to get really drunk in the past, it just wild the fuck out. I've heard wild stories about me blackout drunk, just screaming shit and stuff like that, or whatever. Yeah, feed me fruity drinks that don't taste of booze. And like, I'm not talking about like, it's gotta be like lemon. Like, there's just too much citrus fruits out there that like, they taste good the first time, but then like, after a while, I was like, oh, this is burning my mouth. I don't want to drink this anymore. It's not that quite refreshing. But you know what I mean? Like, it's a drink that tastes not of booze. Like, you don't taste the alcohol, and they're like, "Ooh, what is this?" Like, the alcohol may heighten the flavor because of the natural flavors of the booze itself, but I don't like tasting the bite. You know what I mean? Like, the bite isn't part of my drinking fun. Making a weird one. Making a face because like something tastes like gasoline or paint thinner. Like fucking Fernet. That shit is pure gasohol, bruh. It has to be, man. They had to have fucking that shit fucking in like moonshine powering that shit like I ran out of gas, just gotta put it in the bottle for net. We'll make it to the next town. Prohibition stories like that, bro. Fucking gas alcohol that they still sell to the public to this day. It's like, what is wrong with you? My little brother, he loves that shit so much he got a fucking ego tattoo right here. The Fernet ego tattoo. I'm like, alright, bro. You doing a little much, alright, but whatever. I applaud you, sir. You have found something that you love, and I welcome it. I don't know. If I guess I would have to learn to be a bartender who can't taste booze. I mix it so well. I was like, bro, what are you talking about? There's no booze in there. Yeah, there's a shit ton of booze. You just can't taste it. That's the only way I'll become a booze merchant. That or I see like people are willing to give me like a lot of money. Like a lot of money. Like I make like, well, not girl money. Girls can make a lot of money, if they super friendly and professional and fast, and courteous, just there, but like just in the back, like like, hey, you understand that you're a servant, all right? I'll call you if I really need you. I don't need you checking on me all the time, but thank you for checking on me. All right. I appreciate that. I appreciate when you check on me, but I don't want you to do it too much. Because at some point I'm trying to enjoy my meal, enjoy time with whoever I'm with. But if I'm there alone, which is a rare thing because I'm not one of those people, like, bro, if I'm going to eat alone somewhere, I am eating at home. Because I tried it one time and it didn't work out to my specifications. What my plan was, chat. Misadventures of fucking PJ here. My plan was to start going to restaurants alone so I could talk up to the wait staff or whoever was near me about being there. Not about being there alone, but like, hey, can I rest away some of your time? It is a really dumb thing. I don't know why I thought of that plan. That's a horrible plan to try to meet people with. And like I did it a few times, and I never did it when I was super busy. Alright? I did it, like, at times, like, when there's, like, the transition period between, like, busy times at restaurants. That's when I would kind of do it. I'm like, I don't know how busy you are. If you're very busy, please be honest with me. Don't try to hold me over just because you think you can get a bigger tip out of me. That shit not gonna work. That shit not gonna work. It takes a lot more than you just being friendly now. I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, I've lost my train of thought so many times. My head hurts now. Yeah, I was just word vomiting. I don't know. I guess I hadn't really spoken to it. Oh, no. This all started because... So me and Ink bought the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy from Amazon Prime, the digital edition, for like $7 a piece. So like $21. He calls me this morning. He's like, "What are you doing today?" I was like, "I got a few things I gotta do, but what's up?" He's like, "Well, we're watching the entire Lord of the Rings movies today." I was like, "Director's cut?" He's like, "Extended edition." I was like, "Oh, you picked the long version." You picked the extra long versions, the one with the extra walking. I've seen the extended edition like fucking 3 times now. I used to use it for like background noise, and like sometimes you just get caught up in background when you're waiting for your main shit to fucking finish. Yeah, the first movie is 3 hours, 3.5 hours long. And we're just sitting there just complaining and talking shit about it. Not talking shit, but talking shit at it. Like, wait a minute, look at his belt. Look at this. Look at that. Like the things you start to appreciate after you've seen something like a bunch of times is like, oh my god, the pacing for this scene. It's like we're talking about elf culture and shit like that. Like, look at these slightly pointy ears, man. They're more like halfers than like full elves, right? These Lord of the Rings elves are like, they're barely pointy. They're like this. Like, what? No, your shit is either out to here or out to here, one or the other. That's what it means to be the fucking, elven folk. You have like fucking long ears and shit like that. And like sometimes they can just do things and you can just move them prehensile. That's what I think of elves. And then half our elves are the ones are like the pixies and shit like that. Like, with the like Spock ears. Like Spock would be a half elf to me. He's half already. Okay. But his ears aren't less pointy than other Vulcans, right? I never noticed that. I never noticed that. I wonder if that's true. Is Spock's ears less pointy? I'm too lazy, chat, to look it up. Someone look it up for me. And leave a link below. Yeah, that's what I think. And also, like, Gandalf is like, me and Ink have established that Gandalf is a level 4 wizard. He does not throw one fireball, even at opportune times. Like fucking the Battle of Helm's Deep when he's coming like from the fucking edge and shit like that. Like, any wizard worth his metal, if you got a nuke spell, you fucking do it right there. You fucking do that shit right fucking there, bro. And also, I do not know the distances between any of these places. They're supposed to be super far apart. They are getting there fast as fuck. Like they were showing a map, and like I didn't realize that Ministera is like literally right around the corner from the Black Gates of Mordor. It's like here's like the mountains of Mordor, right? It's like it's all this shit. Ministera is here, just like a fucking river that passes through. So Ministera is like on that river, so it's like so you can get through, right? And then it's like right up here, and then like right here, it's the Black Gate. It's like, oh shit, there's like around the corner. I'm like, but isn't it still like a vast area? Like, how long did it take Aragorn and them to like ride their horses to confront Sauron's forces at the gates? They're like, oh, Frodo must be at the mountain right now, right? Like, we done beat them back from Minister. Frodo must be. You don't know where Frodo... They do not see each other again, any of them, until the end of the goddamn series. It's like right at the end, like Sam and Frodo are fucking alone. And they got a fucking little psychopath that is leading them the way, that is trying to slit their throats because it stole its ring. Oh my god. It's slightly amazing so far, all the walking and shit like that. Which, like, I don't care what you say. If I ever have the itch to read the actual Lord of the Rings, it will be good. It will be great because of what it accomplished and cemented in like the realms of reality, which is a blessing and a curse because it's like, everyone uses something as a reference point and then like slowly that thing just becomes that reference point. And like if you say something is like, oh, it's this metal made by the elves. Oh, is it mithril? No, it's not made mithril. It's named xanthanum. It comes from the sand crystals. Yeah. Mine deep underground. Only by the elves, yeah. They're like blood red and shit. Like, you could say something else, but it's like, oh, it kind of works like mithril. That's just a good word. Like, I don't know. But that's like a language from a language, right? You could just call it something else, right? But then everyone now in history have reference points to something. Like Jesse is like, oh, it's kind of like that's the easiest way to teach someone something. As long as you can teach someone just about anything. As long as you can refer it back to something that they know. Hey, there are plenty of ways to do it. Like, you find out someone's like a big wrestling fan. Wrestling's like by far like old school wrestling's by far like, when they had actual pageantry and drama and like soap operas and shit like that going on with them. Other than what it is now. There's pageantry and stuff like that, but like the stories are so lacking. They're so lacking, and like there is betrayal, but then like you kind of see it coming a mile away. There's no love story because everyone's always getting sued or something like that. And you can't have like the true soap opera-ness. It's just like, no one's willing to commit. It's a stepping stone to something else. Some it's their lifelong passion and careers, and like, they're going to do everything that they can with it. I guess like maybe newer wrestling, like there is like some more storylines and stuff like that, but like, it wasn't like, I'm glad the women's division is a prime example of this. When there was only a woman's championship title, it did not matter how many times a girl group, like a group of girls got together to dominate them. If one of them gets elevated to champion status, the other's going to turn on them. Or there's going to be one that is like going to turn on the other two to get that champion status. Because she's like, y'all not really willing to do anything to get this shit. And that starts her heel career for a little bit. But then she's got to be like a sexy heel and like a baby face heel at the same time. And like, I don't like that. I kind of do. But it's like, they always like turned on each other, and like it's just kind of like, I guess, a game of like, can you pick out which one's about to do it? So that was always boring. But now that they got more titles, yeah, it's a lot more fun. But they still need an Intercontinental Women's. I'm talking about WWE right now, because that's the only one I religiously follow. So that's the one I know most about. They have a tag team title now, which is good. But I guess too many people got hurt, and now because people get hurt, people ask for a bunch of money because evidently it costs a bunch of money for you to get hurt. I need to stop having corporate guys look at how much money they can make because of, a bunch of people get hurt from this thing every year. Stop that. Okay? Stop that. Give us appropriate medicine at appropriate prices, and everyone can be rich. Come on, sir. Don't bleed us dry like your goddamn vampires for real, bro. If you kill the food source, where are you gonna get more food, dumbass? Dumbassery like that makes me sick, man. Corporations are taking the generation of like corporate entities have like taken a very bad step and like forgot that like you have to appease the people and keep us in good standings, or else we will fucking topple shit like that dude shooting that healthcare CEO. Oh. Y'all motherfuckers keep on doing this shit. Keep on doing this shit and letting the public find out, like, yeah, what the fuck y'all do. I don't know why there's always records of shit. These motherfuckers betting on saying, like, nah, you just going to deny all those, like, but sir. And, like, I need to actually hear someone say, but sir, that will put at risk or hurt millions of our, even if they say customers. If they say customers or whatever, or, like, our revenue stream. Like, we can't do this shit. We're about to lose millions of dollars because we're going to actively let people die just because we're going to lose hundreds of millions of dollars because we got to give away like a couple of $1,000,000 because like these people get sick. Like that's not smart thinking, bro. Like think about an insurance company. If you cover my bullshit ass stuff that I get sick on because I've been paying you a good rate or good deductible like for whatever amount of years and shit like that, bruh, you can have all my money for the rest of my life. You know why? Because you saved my fucking life, you dumbasses. Like, I couldn't afford it unless I had, like, this low of a copay or something like that. So thank you for being the insurance company that was there to save my life. I will forever make sure that you are an insurance company. Or at least my insurance company. Like, I know you have millions upon millions of, like, fucking people that, like, need or have to get health insurance and shit like that. But you ain't gotta be a dick like that about it, bruh. Like, you can only tap so much money. And I know, like, that, especially the health insurance industry, like, bruh, like, really, how much overhead do you really have? Is it just the people that you have to pay? Well, there's people who got to hear a lot of people cry a lot of times, bro. And if you gonna make me listen to people cry and not feel anything about it, oh, you're gonna have to pay me, sucker. Alright, these cold hard cash keeps my feelings down, baby. That's what makes me happy. Good old freedom bucks. Good old US dollars. But, I wish we were on a gold standard again. Oof. Other than all our money being tied into an oil standard, oof. If it was a gold standard, baby, oh. Our money would be raking in. But it's based on time and oil, which is dumb. I don't know why it is. It just is. It seems really dumb. Why is it based on time and oil? Or and also the value of your time. Experience is time too. Like that's what we base the American dollar and how much each should be worth. That's why people are clamoring about like, well, it should be a $15 an hour minimum wage. I'm like, I hears ya, but instead of you focusing on that, let's rebel against all these motherfuckers who keep on raising the prices of everything. Let's stick it to them, okay? Let's make them be better because, like, for some reason, the prices of stuff goes up, but we as consumers get less and less of it. We get less of a benefit from it. Like, shrinkflation and shit like that, like that shit is real. There's, like, fewer things in packaging of foods and stuff like that we used to buy when it was cheaper, right? A lot more used to come in when it was cheaper. And I don't know why it all of a sudden it took more to make. Like, yeah, you got popular, so you had to make more. Why did it cost you more money? Because it should have cost you a certain amount of money to make the first ones, right? And you keep that exclusivity until you hold that capital, baby. I think it's too many times a business has to get it's too much interference of a bank, right? An institution that makes money but doesn't, like, isn't that odd? That makes charge like fees and all this other bullshit, right? They get to keep that money, those fees and all that stuff. That's their money that they're taking from you. What are you allowed to do with that? Is that just like, is that like, well, at first I was there just to pay the bank employees? Like, where did that start? Like, why was that allowed to be a positive good for the banking industry? Like bank fees and stuff like that. Like credit card fees too. It's like, trying to use mine less and less. Well, just card fees in general, bro. Like, everyone's got to pay a fee just to use something for convenience. It's really baffling. Convenience fees. Like, so would you rather me do this less convenient way? Sir, I am a petty bitch and I will inconvenience you all you want. I'm a goddamn switch, alright? Alright, like, I understand what's going on here, okay? You want this the hard way, okay? Hey, the hard way makes it so that I end up getting the easy way, so fucking good. Look at how fat my neck is. It's fat as shit. It's hard to look that way. Especially with the camera right there. Fuck. Oh, have I actually been talking for an hour? Jesus. Alright, chat. Chercool or Betty Boop over there, whichever one the camera focuses on. It's gonna keep you all entertained. I'm gonna give me something to drink. And some water. Good lips. Alright, so yeah, we're playing it's like right here, right here. I don't know how to get rid of that shit. Anyways, we've been playing Indiana Jones and Circle of My Bob. Yeah, Indiana G. Jones and Circle of My Bob. Well, let's pause this. Switch over